Hi, it's Sabi. Welcome back to the channel. We've got another Onslaught battle, but this is going to be a combination of the two players from Lemon Clan. We've got Rowendy in, I was going to say using IS7, but I wanted to show this panel here because this gives the option to change your tank based on what the other players pick and also for the map itself. So you can see them swapping out. So Rowendy started with the TSAC and he's ended up in a Bat Chat, and Zanin is in the Run Metal Panzerwagen, and we're seeing players changing to Panzer Kampfwagen 7, so this is the final version here. Alright, so we're going to follow Zanin for a little while and we'll show bits of Rowendy's battle as well. But Zanin coming as a light tank to try and capture the communications hotspot, and this gives you the radar capability which lets you spot the whole enemy team, and that would be related to, you know, it's a 7v7 and on a big map, you know, people could be completely invisible for a while, so it gives you an idea of the spread of the enemy team. Alright, Rowendy's gone with the other Bat Chat down that line. We'll catch up with him in a second, but Zanin just trying to spot for his team, and you can see he gets 3 spotting things that have a short cooldown between them, but for people who played frontline it's a similar sort of concept. But he's coming now here to one of the more powerful positions, or say more powerful, but it's pretty useful to get the artillery, and he's just about to capture that thing, and at this point we'll switch over to Rowendy's view, just show you what he was doing while that was happening. So he's coming up here to this other artillery position, so having 2 artillery between the 2 of them and coordinating in chat and in Discord, I should say, most likely, you know, you can get the maximum effect. Anyway, so Rowendy capturing this, he does get spotted by the enemy's thing, and he takes a few hits, but he's going to give as good as he gets with his gun. And they did get a reset, but now he's just capturing the enemy being pushed really hard by the other Bat Chat, and just going to help them out. Anyway, alright, so he's captured there. And based on the enemy disposition, pretty much in a line across the map there, he's going to come around here and try and fix that up. So just putting in his artillery strike there and doing a big circle around here to try and avoid being spotted by that CS63 and see if you can get a line up on him. Unfortunately nothing just showing just yet. Here we go, there's the CS63. It's a shot towards him that doesn't connect, but he's got an Bat Chat, and it's just all about targets of opportunity at the moment. And you can see there's Zanin in the middle, just pulling back. Sorry, Rowendy coming up here, and we'll switch to Zanin's view in a second. Again, it's just looking for those opportune targets to do some damage, and that's what he's doing. And noticing that that particular hotspot was being consumed by the enemy, trying to put a shot into it. Not sure if that worked though. Now, their team's decided to try and capture the cap area. That's not necessarily a good idea, because it certainly locks you into that position, and it looks like the enemy getting reset, so that's not boding well for that part of the thing. Now, we're back with Zanin now, and he's picked up his artillery piece. And he's got some good shooting going on here, that shooting on the move. And he's just holding this position here mainly because of the amount of cover, not because it's going to come up with another bit of artillery in a second, although that won't hurt. But they've lost the 2 Bat Chats that were travelling with the Rowendy, and we're just following around the back there. So now we're just down to a few less tanks there. That the enemy's only lost 1 tank now, which is their light tank. So Zanin just coming up here, waiting to go dark. Alright, he's not being shot at, so that's no problem. So just coming around here, try and capture the comms again so that he can get the radar up. And this is going to be again more about driving damage from the artillery. So you can see just on the minimap there, we've got Rowendy going into the artillery position again and starting to capture that. Now he's starting to take some damage here, so he's got to be careful, try and manage that through the course of the game. There's still 7 minutes left, it's only a 10-minute game of course, and he's got the opportunity to get rid of the Hurricane there, which he does. So that brings him up to 2 cav damage, and there's the Bat Chat sitting up on top. Nice opportunity there to add some more damage. The enemy tank's now closing in on the cap area, and again this is useful to the team here. So there's 3 of them left at the moment, but knowing where they are makes it a lot easier to decide where to place your spotting and also your artillery. And I can't emphasize enough that these are important factors in the game. I might only do 400 hit points, but if you can get tanks close together, then they'll both cop it. That's a shot you don't have to take and doesn't put you in danger necessarily. Alright, now we're with Rowendy now, so he's just moving forward and getting these side shots based on the spotting that's going on. So starting to pump out the damage, and the Hurricane that gets finished off shortly is pulled down, and there you go, there's the kill there from Zanin we saw just before, and now he's throwing his artillery into the mix there. And at this point the remaining Panzerkampfwagen 7 is in the middle there with all of the enemies, so he's not going to last very long. And then you see him just there getting focused completely. Rowendy drops his artillery on there and gets 2 damaging shots out there, one on the mouse and one on the Bat Chat. So he's going to continue to circle around here, and there's Zanin we're back with now, who's dropping his own artillery and again getting a double strike there, which is pretty handy. And he's just going to light them up again to allow Rowendy, who's now coming around from the south, to try and get some shots of opportunity as well. So just lighting them up at the moment, not getting spotted himself. And now it's just the 2 players from Lemon Clan together who are now holding this battle up. And we've only gone through half of the battle timing, or not even quite that. So they've got to both survive and try and get rid of the enemy team. There's not likely they're going to camp out. But Zanin putting in damage there, but just with a HE shell to get the reset. And he can go back to this point of interest now, which has completed its cooldown. And again, pay attention to the map, will show you where the available points of interest are. And he's now going to pick up more artillery, and this is going to help control the game here. They've got plenty of time, 5 minutes to go, and they can continue to snipe by spotting these guys. And there's not much the enemy team can do about this, since they've decided to sit there on base, and they're going to suffer as a result. So Rowendy's been putting in his shots, and we'll come back to him in a second. But Zanin just coming in here again to pick up another artillery strike. And you can see he's got 3 spotting choices to go as well, so that's going to help him help Rowendy. But you can see that the enemy's only got 1 tank on cap now, and that's because they're out chasing Rowendy. So Zanin coming up here to get the radar effect as well. Now we're back with Rowendy. This is just the early part, so he managed to get rid of the remaining Bat Chat and side shots on the mouse. I'll just look at the hit points of that mouse. 4,220 hit points, so that is taking it to the max there. And Rowendy just managing to put in a final shot there, and that's taking him over 5 cav damage, so he's having an excellent game. But he's just sitting here while he's reloading and spotting out the tanks that he can. That gives Zanin a chance to put some shots in. So Rowendy's not just going to sit there, he's going to take it to the enemy. Just being very careful here to get into position without getting spotted. Of course he will get spotted. He does take some damage, but he's got pretty healthy hit point total to start with, so he's doing alright here. And this is the point where the 60 TP starts chasing Rowendy. Now that doesn't sound like a fair matchup, but it's quite possible to get stuck in a position that, like running to a house there, if you hadn't been able to get out of that position, 60 TP could come up behind you, spot you out and put in a killing shot. Although so Rowendy's going with 1174 hit points, he could certainly take a hit from the 60 TP. You can see the mouse also getting into it, but it's just an interesting choice to take your two heavy tanks and try and chase after a mobile medium tank. Alright, so we're back with Zanin again, and he's just taken his radar option as we saw before, and now he's going to come up here and help Rowendy, and that's Rowendy putting in a shot into the 60 TP. And Zanin is going to push forward a little bit, but he's just trying to spot the tanks on cap. He's only got one spotting charge left, so doing his own spotting is not a bad option when you're a light tank. And he's lit up the mouse, but he's been spotted himself. Oh, there's the 60 TP is going after Rowendy. Now he's coming back the other way, but it doesn't matter. Zanin puts in the killing shot. So that's brought it down to 2v2, and this is definitely doable, although that mouse has got a lot of hit points left still. And now Zanin can put some side shots in, which he's doing, but really they need the combination of all of those. So now it's just going to be working these two tanks down using their vision and their tools that they've got in the game, and both the mouse and the can opener are getting fairly low in hit points, and it's up to these two players to basically retain as many of their hit points that they need and come out with a win. So 2.5 minutes to go, and it's 25% of the total battle time, so it's not insignificant, but again, with these 10-minute battles, you've got to, you know, stay calm and keep the damage flowing. Zanin on 4.5k damage right now to get spotted there, which is unusual. Maybe the mouse had picked up a communications panel at some point and not used it, but it hasn't lasted, and now he's got the opportunity to put some shots into the can opener. Uses his last remaining charge and does take a hit there. Now he's down to one shotable, so he's going to have to be very careful here. But while that's happened, Rowendy has taken care of the can opener. So Zanin now on 5k, and he's got another 2.5 of spotting, and they finally got it down to 2v1. Now this mouse is going to suffer now. He's got two tanks after him, and they've both got good vision and good damage output, and of course they've got control of these artillery points as well, so they're going to use both of those to their advantage. And there you can see some nice comments from the players in their team about the quality of these two players. But we've got Rowendy coming up behind that mouse, and we've got Zanin putting his shots. Unfortunately that didn't penetrate, but Rowendy's putting his shots in, and I'm sure there goes an artillery shot, and Zanin gets the kill. That is the end of the game. Alright, we've got Zanin's results here. 3 kills, 6.1k damage, 2.75 of assisted damage there, so that's 8.8k of combined. Nice result there. He's also picked up 46 rating points. Then you can see he's just missed out on the top level there to crossover, but we know he's one of the best players in the competition there from those results. Let's have a look at the team score. All right, we've got Rowendy's results as well. We're not going to look at his specific panel, but 1500 base experience for Zanin, and Rowendy's picked up 1300 base experience and 9.28k of damage, so great result there. Certainly those two getting the most out of the game, and you can see that also from the comments of their teammates in game as well, just appreciating the good play. But the enemy side, the can opener, getting nearly 6k damage, great effort there, and the Hurricane 4.7, probably the standout players on that team. All right, now economics wise, so 22 shots fired by Zanin, 20 hits at 14 pens. That's the Panzer Wagon gun for you, but still managed to pick up a really decent output there. And again, with the fairly slow reload of the gun, that's as best as you can get, I'd imagine. Now, he's got a bonus of playing in the platoon. He's also picked up a mission, which added another 100k there, but he would have made a decent profit even without that. And he's ended up with a very tidy end profit of 164k. So just showing that Onslaught can be a good way to earn credits and EXP for your crews. So give it a shot. It's going to be around for a while, so the best thing you can do is learn how to make the most of it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. It's taken a little while to stitch together two really good players and try and get the most out of it without going too long. So if you enjoyed it, please give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, that's an option for you. We'll have more great content to follow. Thanks very much for watching.